Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Junry Malinge, or just for me, Teacher Junry, a licensed professional teacher major in mathematics. Ako po ay gumagawa ng mga Tagalog math tutorial mula grade 7 hanggang grade 11. Ito po ay tulong at dedikasyon para sa mga magulang, sa mga magtuturo, at lalo-lalo na sa ating mga kabataan. Ayan, kung bago ka pa lang sa aking YouTube channel, don't forget to like and share and hit the notification bell para updated ka sa aking mga bagong video na ipapalabas. Stay tuned! Hi guys! Magandang araw. Nagbabalik naman ang inyong Teacher James. So ngayong araw na ito is tatalakayin natin ang quadratic equation. Alright, so bago ang lahat, ibigyan muna natin ang definition ng quadratic equation. Ayan. At magbibigay po tayo ng mga halimbawa. Tapos, i-identify natin is it quadratic. Ayan, quadratic or not quadratic. Tapos is we're going to how to write a quadratic equation in standard form. So paano natin isusulat quadratic equation in standard form. Ayan, standard form. And the last one is we're going to how to identify the values of A, B, and C. So paano natin malalaman na ang values ni A, B, and C? Ayan. So ngayon, ibigyan na natin ang definition ng quadratic equation. Ano nga ba ang quadratic equation? Quadratic equation is a polynomial equation of the second degree. Second degree, which means meron tayong degree of 2. Ayan. The general form is, ito pong ating general form sa quadratic equation, ax raised to plus bx plus c equal 0. That is our general form. Ayan, so x represents a variable known as and A, B, and C are real numbers with A is not equal to 0. Kasi di pwede magiging equal to 0 kasi magiging linear equation po ang ating problem. Alright, so A is equal to quadratic coefficient, our B is a linear equation, and our C, that is a constant term. So, the form of EX raised to plus BX plus C equal 0 is the standard form of a quadratic equation. For example, x squared plus 5x plus 6 equal 0. Letter B, y squared plus 7y equal negative 6. Letter C, x squared equal 6x minus 3. Itong tatlong example is it is a quadratic equation, pero only the letter A is the standard form. So these are the following of quadratic equation. These are the following examples of quadratic equation, but only the letter A is the standard form. Ito lang ang ating example ng standard form is the letter A. Alright? So bago tayo magpapatuloy, ibigay muna natin kung ano ang definition ng quadratic. So ano nga ba ang quadratic? So quadratic, it is a polynomial of degree 2. It is a polynomial of degree 2. Degree 2. Quadratic comes from the word quad. Quad meaning that is square. Because the variable gets squared like x raised to, or the x power 2. It is also called quadratic equation. It is also called, ito rin ay tinatawag rin ito na equation of degree 2. Nakuha. Ayan, so magbigay tayo ng halimbawa. So halimbawa, number 1, or letter A, 4x raised to plus 5x plus 6 equal 0. Letter B, x raised to plus 5x equal 0. Letter C, 3x minus 5x equal 0. So, saan dito ang quadratic equation or not? So, ibig sabihin, ang quadratic equation dito is letter A at saka letter B. Yan, ito po ang ating quadratic equation. How about letter C? Letter C is not a quadratic equation kasi wala po siyang degree of 2. It's not a quadratic equation. Ayan, nakuha. Okay, let's proceed. So halimbawa guys, paano natin malalaman kung isa siyang quadratic or hindi quadratic? So number 1, x raised to minus 5x plus 10 equal 0. So quadratic ba siya or hindi? So ito po ay quadratic kasi meron po tayong the raise of 2 or the degree of 2. That is quadratic. Number 2, 12 minus 4x equal 0. Is it quadratic or not? That is not a quadratic. That is not a quadratic kasi wala po tayong degree of 2. That is not a quadratic. Number 3, 6m plus 6 equals 15. Is it a quadratic or not a quadratic? So that is not a quadratic. That is not a quadratic. Alright, but it is a linear equation. Number 4, 25 minus 9 raised to equals 4n. As you can see, meron kayo nakikita na degree of 2, but hindi siya naka-standard form. So, i-apply natin ang subtraction quantity of equality. So, meaning, ito ang ating standard equation, that is n squared minus 4n. Kasi bakit nagiging negative 4n? From positive 4n transpose to the other side, that should be negative 4n plus 25 equal 0. So that is a quadratic. Alright. So paano natin ito gawin ng standard form? So now, we're going to apply the square of binomial. So recall natin guys, paano natin siya i-apply? So since we have a degree or the raise to, so we're going to multiply. So n times n, that is n squared minus this is our operation, so minus 7 times 2, that is 7 times 2, that is 14. Our literal coefficient, that is n. Ayan, tapos plus 7 times 7, we're going to multiply by 8. So 7 times 7, that is 49. Alright, equal 0. So that is quadratic. Nakuha. So if kung nagtaka kayo kung bakit anong nangyari dito sa standard form, ayan, i-recall nyo lang ang ating square of binomial. Ayan guys, natandaan nyo ba ang square of binomial? So i-recall natin guys, ito po, ayan, for example, ito po, quantity of A minus B raised to. Alright, so paano natin ito igawa natin standard form? So we have A squared, that is A squared, A times A squared, that is A squared, minus, so 2 times AB, that is 2AB, and followed by negative times negative B, that is positive B, followed by our exponent. So, equals to 0. So, yan ang ating standard form. Nakuha. Kung nalilito kayo guys, ayan, puntahan nyo lang ang square of binomials. Diyan yung makikita kung paano to nakukuha or paano to na-direct sa pag-solve. So, ngayon guys, meron akong mga halimbawa. Magbigay ako ng mga quadratic equation tapos hanapin natin yung standard form or gawin natin to standard form tapos kunin natin ang value ng ating A, B at saka C. So for example, number 1. For example, number 1, we have 5 minus 2x raised to equal 6x. So now, paano natin makukuha in standard form? Ayan, paano natin to makukuha in standard form? So we have, since our quadratic equation is 5 minus 2x raised to equal 6x. So now we're going to write first the degree of 2 or negative 2x raised to transpose kasi we're going to apply the subtraction quantity of equality. So we have transpose natin ng magiging negative 6x. Tapos, we have copy the positive 5 equal 0. Or we can use this one, can we divide both sides by negative 1, so magiging itong positive 2x raised to positive 6x minus 5, that is negative 1 times positive 5, that is negative 5 equal 0. Now, ano ang value ng ating A? So the value ng ating A, that is 1. So we have, this is our A, our B at saka C. So the value of our A is negative 2, negative 6, and 5. Or we can use this one is positive 2, positive 6, or negative 5. Nakuha. Okay, example number 2. Ayan, 3x minus 2x raised to equal 7. So now, in standard form. So, paano natin to makukuha in standard form? This is our quadratic equation. So, we have negative 2x raised to plus 3x transpose magiging negative 7 equal 0. Or, pwede rin itong positive 2x raised to negative 3x positive 7 equal 0. Divide both side by 1. So, yun ang ating result. So now, the value of our A, that is negative 2 or positive 2. Our B is positive 3 or negative 3. And our C is negative 7 or positive 7. Nakuha. Ayan. Okay, the last example, guys. How about this one? Our quadratic equation is quantity of x plus 3 times the quantity of x plus 4 equal to 0. So now, paano natin ito makukuha in standard form? Standard form. So paano natin ito makukuha in standard form? So now, we're going to, what? We're going to recall the standard form or we're going to apply the FOIL method. Ano nga ba ang FOIL method? So, FOIL method meaning, this is our first term, outer term, the inner term, and the last term. So now, what is our first term here? So we're going to multiply x times x. That is x times x. Yan po. Next, our outer term. So x times what? X times 4. Next, the inner term. Inner term, that is what? So inner term, that is our inner term. So 3 times x, that is 1. So 3 times x. Our last term should be our last term. So 3 times, last term is 3 times 4. Ayan, nakuha. Okay, now we're going to multiply. So x times x, that should be x raised to x times 4, that should be 4x. And our 3 times 6, that is 3x. And 3 times 4, that is 12. And we're going to combine like terms. So magiging, magiging positive 7x. So, our standard form magiging, ano ating standard form? So, x squared plus 7x plus 12 equal 0. Nagets? Ayan, nagets mo. So, the value of our A, B, and C. So, the value of our A is 1, our B is 7, and our C is 12. So, nakuha. I'm back. Ayan. Kung nakatulong po ito sa inyo, please like this video at mag-comment na rin kayo sa baba. It's me again, Teacher JM. Laging nasasabi, stay safe, stay home, stay healthy, at mag-aral ng mabuti para sa may magandang kinabukasan. See you to my next vlog. God bless and goodbye.